Please, I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, everyone. Excuse me. I'm trying to clean up. Good morning. I just look. Don't nobody ask me how old I am anymore. And this is freedom of speech. I'm 18. I'm 22. Okay, I'm 22. Peace and blessings and protection, love, light, joy, and strength. Oh my geez. Okay, peace, blessings, and protection, love, light, joy, and strength, healing. This is I'm not trying to show my cha-chas, I promise you, but it's just a beautiful day. Um, as you notice, it says lucky me. Yeah, I am so grateful. I am so thankful. Um, yeah, I got that baby, got three children. But I'm 22, so don't even come for me. I got some new earrings. I love it. Um, I'm at this hotel, motel, whatever you want to call it. I think I may be the only person that actually cleans up behind myself. And when you get one of these rooms, I can't make it up. And it came to me that that when I used me and my children used to travel a lot, and we used to, because I used to take my children just everywhere, and we always get these hotel motels, whatever you want to call them. And every time before we got ready to leave, I'll be like, let's clean up. I can't make it up. So um, I'm just one of those people. I want to make someone's life as comfortable as it can be. Peace, blessings, and protection. So yeah, I stripped the bed, I pulled the trash. I have met so many people this weekend, new people. And I'm so grateful for that. Gratitude is an example, of the life we live. Um, so I'm pretty sure you guys are like wanting to know what's going on, but everything is happening for a purpose. Peace and blessings and protection. I am so grateful uh, throughout that situation. I had to go into isolation. Like, I had to um, cleanse my energy and my aura, which my energy is always cleansed and aura, but I literally had to not. Okay, let me tell you this. I'm gonna give you this much. Um, Aries, I'm an Aries, and we war different from people. I tell my truth. That's it. You get what I'm saying? Peace, blessings, and protection. Thank you. My angels, my ancestors are always around me. The mission is great. I love the mission. I love my purpose. I can't make it up. But I found out some things. Maybe last week. Um, Let me say this: religion, because I know a lot of us was like, um, we was born into spirituality, yet we was enslaved into religion. Okay, you got that? Yet everything happens for a purpose, a reason. So 90%, 95% of the congregation, I'm telling you what I'm hearing, and it's freedom of speech. 95% of the congregation on planet Earth was submerged in controlled, organized Christianity. We were born spiritually, and then we were led into Christianity. But it all works out in your belief system. That's all it is. If you can tap in, you know who you are. Soul creator, I'm hearing. Peace and blessings and protection. Um, and let me tell you this, like, and I don't want you to think I'm babbling because I'm not. I just want to make sure you can comprehend what I'm saying. Um, the situation with the estranged mother, um, I couldn't understand, like, why was she mistreating me? And so uh got in touch with other people. And it's not like I went looking for this information. Uh, the notification, it like the angels and ancestors, the Most High. Like, if you notice, if you know anything, excuse me, about who you are, your spiritual truth, your value, etc., who you are, um, cleanse my energy and aura. Thank you. What happened was, and is this important for you guys to know that I don't hate no one. Hatred is not in my heart. I don't hate no one. I'm not mad at anyone. It's not like I even dislike anyone. I know who I am. So, it comes with the territory. My oldest son sent me a message because me and my children, we always communicating regardless of the fact. We have to lift each other up. And, because my children are like my friends. Because I haven't forgot my childhood memories, so I'm able to, even all children really, I'm able to walk with them in a conversation. People don't get it when you're communicating with each other and sharing information. You're actually walking. That's where the song comes from. Walk with me, Lord. Come on and walk with me. Oh my Jesus, that song. I be hearing all these spiritual songs, and I know who they are. My ancestors. So my son sent me a message through Messenger, and he was like, "Mama, why we're good people?" My son like, "Mom, we're good people. Why does it seem like why do we, always?" I want to say it right. Let me make certain. Hold on. Tell you just what he said. And I asked my oldest son to forgive me, but he know it's freedom of speech. So he's not going to take it like that because wisdom is wisdom. Me and my children, we share knowledge, we share wisdom. Because we're highly enlightened. He say, we were in a conversation. He said, "Love you too. Why everything bad happened to us right now, and we good-hearted people." And this is what I told him. I said, "Trust the universe, God. Think of good thoughts, happy thoughts. Remember, we are woke. Create great memories from the heart." I want, and this is me telling my son. I tell people this too. This is how I feel about people. I want you to win. Do you want me to win? I want all my family to win. Everything is a test. Be grateful for experience. The universe responds to gratitude. Be grateful. That's why I'm always smiling no matter what, because I'm thankful for all of it. And this is what I told them. Learn your lesson. We are experiencing things, and it's not because they're bad things. We're experiencing things to teach others. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not the only one going through this situation. It's even in the Bible biblically. It's in really every book of inspiration. I just chose, like, I was going through it. I'm telling the truth. So I put things which I've been created this. So me getting on YouTube wasn't nothing new because I'm a people's person. I don't meet strangers. I identify with Mother Nature. It's beautiful. It's easy. It's pleasant. It's like the weather. If the weather is hard rain, I will. If it's whether it's cold, I will. You get what I'm saying? Peace and blessings and protection. So listen. I found out some interesting information. And as I was growing up, I could never understand why my mom. Well, it wasn't so much as me trying to understand. I already knew, but I was more of the situation like my mom on her spiritual journey. She's singing gospel music. I don't like to sing, but I did sing one song. They gave me one song to sing. I can't make it up. And it was called "This Little Light of Mine," and I'm gonna let my light shine. And this other song, "Shut Up in My Bone." Yeah, that's it. And we were singing this. Oh my jeez, I can just really see myself there singing it. I can't make it up. Beautiful memories. So I was always left with the boys, and then my dad, and my brothers, and then my grandmother. She stopped singing, so she was like, "You come over here," and I loved it. I love both of my grandmothers on my mother and father's side. Long live Ethel Woolridge Kelly, and long live La May Laura Williams Jackson. But she married my grandfather. And I couldn't understand. It's like I was saying. It wasn't so much. I was looking at it like I was like a child. So I'm like, I like hanging with guys anyway. To this day, I'm the same way. All my male cousins, certain ones, I'm not claiming anymore. But the ones who are true, um, truth shows you who is loyal. I'm very loyal. I'm very so loyal to myself and others. I can do that. I can be that way. So like I was saying, it was not like I was trying to understand because I'm like I like hanging with my brothers anyway, and because I learned a lot from the males in my family. Can't lie about it. And I was into that rapping. I can't make it up. Like my sister was singing, I was rapping, and whenever my sister would come off these trips with my the estranged woman uh, singing these gospel music, like whenever me and my sister came together, like we would just like I would go in her room, bother her or whatever. Not so much bother, but we love music. We used to sing and move it out. And I was like, I'm a freestyler, so I'm like, Kim, you write for me. And my sister, for real, my sister used to write for me. And I used to lay in the bed and freestyle. And she would, she was documenting for me. You know what I'm saying? She would write. And then when she got through writing, it's like composing music. When she got through writing, I would like remember the beat and she would give me the tablet and I would scan through it and I put it over there and give it back to her and I was able to recite the same beat, same caption, same, you know what I'm saying? Like which I love music. Oh my jeez, I love it. Peace and blessings and protection. So I understood that. I overstood it. I'm like, cool. And then because I gotta keep moving with this conversation. And I'm not hurt either. I get it. You get what I'm saying? I get it. So I was, going back to the conversation, I was the ancestral spirit God, the most high God, the great I am, the unique doesn't tell a lie. I was like, Gigi, go here, go there, go here, go there. And it's like a adventure for me. I'm a very adventurous person. I can't make it up. I love adventures. They always send me on adventures. I love it. And I got some real information. Because as I grew up, I'm still like trying to bond with my mom and have a great relationship, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, because it's due to religion, I brought that up. And I'm like, well, the spirit ancestors angels sent me over there to that property anyway to get it straight. And they were like, Gigi, over here, they're very disrespectful. They're very disrespectful. Oh my jeez, they're disrespectful. Oh my jeez. But it doesn't matter. And I went to one of my eldest cousins. And the spirit had been telling me to go over there, like sending signs, symbols, alerts, bells, like to people, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm like, cool. And I'm getting back to the religion part because it's like, what curse is this? Can't make it up. So I was breaking generational curses on my dad's side. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. And once I got through learning my lesson over there, like karma came, God came, whatever however you identify with, start tearing that property up. The people whooping ass. Ancestors like, we whooping ass. Like we ain't even worry about why they did it to you. They're more like they shouldn't have never did it to you. You get what I'm saying? That's how karma works, okay? So yeah, wait a minute. Y'all like my hairstyle? Okay, keep going. And my eldest cousin started telling me some real, 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 real. And I'm like, man, it's a curse. It's a curse. And I remind you, I have broken the curse on my dad's side. Then I also taught my children how to break curses. So we can heal. Then on my children's father's side, they have their own thing, peace and blessings and protection. So my children know what to look for and what not to look like. You get what I'm saying? They know what to do. Gratefulness. Thank you. So I'm like, I always, I love my daughter. I'm like, like that's like my friend. Like my children are my friends. The title is I'm their mother. Yet we're like siblings because we're supposed to treat each other like siblings when a child grew up and obtain their own and live their own life. That we supposed to treat each other like siblings. It's in the book. Read it. So my children are my best friends. I can't make it up. And my daughter looked like my sister. Well, my daughter, she does favor my sister, and she has that golden heart, et cetera, like my sister, et cetera, et cetera. And so my sister is still connected to me regardless, and I'm so grateful. Mm. And it's like it's a generational curse on this side. So I cherish me and my daughter's relationship because she's my friend and my sister all in one. I can't make it up. Um. Oh, okay. So I'm like, what is a generational curse? You get what I'm saying? What is a generational curse? Mm. And I started talking to my cousin because the spirit was like, Gigi, it's like a curse. And I'm like, okay, y'all told me they're disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing a lot of stuff, but what is this going on with the mother against the daughter? Like, I don't get, you get what I'm saying? Like to me, I don't operate in that kind of energy. So I'm like, what's going on with this? You get what I'm saying? My cha-cha is sitting up right. Yeah, y'all look, y'all know I'm just like, I love myself. I can't make it up. And my will, and my health. Thank you, success. And my elder cousin started breaking it down to me. Oh, whew. And he was like, Gigi, you know, my great grandmother didn't like my grandmother. I don't think it's not that she didn't like her. It was just like they're both okay. They both were strong warriors. Got what I'm saying? So, and they was like Grandma Maggie, long live Grandma Maggie, Woolridge. They was like great granny, and they was like she used to go hard with your grandmother, which is my mom's mom. And I'm like, huh? And he was like, yeah. He was like, little Gigi, I used to live out there. My long live my great ancestor Willis Woolridge, and peace and blessings and protection for his family as well. Those are my cousins. We're like, make it up. And he was like telling me things, performing and what they used to do. And it was like, like in other words, when the ancestors tell me things and then they come, then like confirmation. And he started telling me certain things. I'm like, oh, like he was telling me how they was cropping and we were so synced. Me and my cousin, June Woolridge, we were so synced in the conversation. I can't make it up to the point where we were unification. We were like answering each other the questions. We were like filling in each other, and I say something that he would finish the rest, or he say something and we both like. I said I can envision it. He's like Gigi. I'm telling you. So I love my cousin June Woolridge. Peace and blessings and protection for him. Peace and blessings and protection. And the other cousin was telling me about certain things, and he was like, "Man, used to be bad." And I was like, "Well, I knew they loved each other, but maybe my great grandmother didn't understand my grandmother, because I'm looking at it for what it's worth. Because the estranged mother of mine doesn't understand me. It's like you got to get to know that person, like, because you're grown." And he told me how my grandmother ended up on the property, which we all know the story. My grandmother, the Kellys, are from um, Albany near Hammond, and that's the Kelly side. I'm kin to all the Kellys. Any Kellys that's not like this set of Kellys, but holla at your girl. But a lot of them know me anyway. And my grandmother was living out there in Livingston Parish, etc. And the Georgeville Road, and white lady came over, claimed the clothing line. My grandmother slapped the hell out of her. Woo. And they were said that my grandfather, which his name was Ike Kelly Sr., Ike Howard Kelly Sr., and they called him Boy Kelly. And like the guy he was working with was the lady my grandmother slapped. And when he got home, they were like, they're gonna hang Ethely, and you know what I'm saying. So the white man went told her husband went told my grandfather, and they had to rush her out of Livingston Parish. They had to sneak her out because they were going to go hang my grandmother that night for slapping the shit out of someone who was mistreating them and trying to take her personal stuff. Like, you don't get to claim nobody else's stuff. You only claim your stuff. And okay. Like, she slapped the piss out of that woman. I used to be around, like I said, I was around my grandmother all the time. And I do remember my grandma Maggie. She didn't take no kind of shit. And my grandmother didn't either. And oh, and so they had to rush my grandmother out of Livingston Parish, and that's how she got on the property. Okay. So it's Woolridge property because my long live my ancestor, my great uncle Curtis Woolridge, he bought that property through a pension when he was in the service, and he gifted to his parents the land. And I think that is so cute. Back then the land was cheap, 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 but it was so cute that he loved his parents that much. I'm about to cry. Like, I think that's so cute. Like, to me, that child loved his parents that much to see them, to give them, make sure they stable, because that's what the children are supposed to do, take care of the parents. If the parents let them. But if the parents don't let them, it's cool. And so he bought the property for them, for his parents, Ferdinand and Maggie Woolridge, long live my ancestors and my guardian angels. And story has it is that my grandparents, which is Ike Kelly and Ethely Woolridge, had to find a safe haven. So um they actually tried to move on the property. If you've been keeping up with the documentary, the series of Lucky Me, you know what property I'm talking about. And it was said that my great grandmother told my great grandfather, that she didn't want my grandmother on the property. And my grandmother dad told my grandmother's mother that she has those children. You have to let her move on the property. Not have to, but well, yeah, you have to let her move on the property. So my great grandmother told them, which my grandfather told my grandmother and grandfather, that they can move on the property and build them a house. My dad started telling me how the house was built, what it looked like, etc., etc., etc. I love great memories. I love talking about my ancestors. If you ain't know, and I know a lot of history. Oh yeah, my grandmother slapped the piss out of a woman in Ardella store. So my grandmother was a G. Her mother was a G. I'm a G. Oof, uh, we're gonna leave that alone. So yeah, they built the house, etc., etc. But we're getting to the generational curses, and it was like, so did it became hereditary? You get what I'm saying now? And it was said that my great grandmother sisters didn't like her. Now, why? I don't know. The chosen ones. That's what it is. The chosen ones. Oh, you're the chosen one. You know. So I'm like, okay, well, this is a generational curse. So I was riding the other day. I'm trying to pull this up because you know I got like baby cakes. I was riding the other day, and the spirit was like, you know the curse. And it's like, do you want to know how to break the curse? Because you don't broke generational curses. And it's like, do you want to know how to break a generational curse? And I was like, because we communicate divine communication. Like that, I'm telling you, like, and I was like, mm-hmm. And they're like, just don't do the shit. Listen, okay, so here it goes. When you find out, if you're studying and you find out a generational curse, in order to break the curse, just don't do it, and the curse will stop. So, I guess my grandmother, my great grandmother, and my grandmother had like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like the estranged mother of mine. Don't hate her. I'm being honest. Like I get it. I know her. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Because I been went told her about her stories. I know her story. You get what I'm saying? Peace and blessings and protection. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, okay. So it's like, it's hereditary with her. Not with me and my daughter. It's hereditary with her. So she is doing, and it's like, just don't enter. So at this point, she's been fighting God, the angels, the ancestors, the Most High. Ooh. She's fighting her lower self, her demons. I'm like, she thinks she's fighting me. I'm being honest. She thinks she's fighting me, and I'm sitting on the sideline watching the show. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna do that same shit. I can't listen. I love my daughter. Nobody gonna fuck with that. I'm telling you, like nobody's gonna fuck with that. No one's gonna fuck with my children, our family tree, peace and blessings and protection for me and my family. What we created, me and their father, Cain Wall, created the fourth. Well, we created. Uh, I go hard behind my family. I'm telling you, like ain't no telling what you. My ancestors go hard behind me. Let me tell you something. I'm here and they'll fuck something up too, Gigi. I can't make it up. So it's like if you want to break a generational curse, when you learn that curse, don't do it. That's how you really break a curse. So I'm so grateful and honored, because it's just crazy. So I rented a room, and the ancestor spirit guys like go rent a room because like they're like you have to keep going forward. So I rented this room, and I went out last night and had so much fun. I've been meeting people. Peace and blessings and protection. I can't make this up. I want to read this to y'all too. Before I went to the club, it's just my sign is acting up. I'm not sick or anything. I want to read this to y'all, and I cannot make this up. I wrote this 12 hours ago. before I was driving to the club, and this is what I wrote. I said, I hope I meet a good smelling, gentle man tonight. So his ass can hold me up in these heels. They got the shooting in the club last night. I can't make it up. I wrote this before I went to the club. They were shooting last night, and the spirits say, I was feeling good too. Ooh. Spirits say, get under the table. Literally, I got my heels on. Man, I was bad. Get like, dog, like when I go somewhere, dog, like for real, like, shit, I be like, yeah, like celebrity status. You get what I'm saying? And I had my purple checkerboard dress on with the buttons. You get what I'm saying? And I was looking out sexy. I had my stilettos on. I was popping. I seen a couple of other people and ended up in the club. Me and this girl, a friend of my sister, we got to talk about my sister and just great memories, and I loved it. Peace and blessings and protection for her and her family. A beautiful husband, Tangi, great people. They got the shooting in the club, and the spirits say, "Get down and get under the table." So what I did was what? I got down with my drink, man. With my drink, got down under the table. And the spirits, I was sipping. The spirits say, "It's nothing to be afraid of. Remember, you done been through this." And it came back to me. When I went out, the first time I went to the club, a club was Icebox in Mississippi. And my stepsisters took me there when I was with my dad. And they started shooting in the club. And the spirit was like, and they brought it back to my memory. You done been through this before. There's no need to be scared. You know what I'm saying? We're protecting you regardless. So I get on the table, I'm sipping. Oh, I see people running over each other, throwing this and throwing tables flat. I'm like, that thing's shooting though. I'm like, so I'm up on the table and I'm still drinking mine. Because I'm enjoying myself. You know what I'm saying? No weapon of form against me shall prosper. And I'm telling you, I can't make it up. And I was still drinking my drink, but I met someone. Now they had a wedding. Congratulations to these people, whoever got married. I'm so happy for them. The wedding party came there last night. So the guy who was in the wedding had his brother. And the girl was sitting at the table, the young lady, she just comes out of the table because we know each other. We just, it's a vibe, And her husband walks in. She introduced me to her husband. And then his brother comes in. He sits at the table. I'm getting to it. So we're all just laughing, communicating, but they all on the floor. I'm more of this type of chick. I don't really too much. If I got heels on, it depends. I'm a dancer anyway, but it was packed on that floor. And the spirit didn't want me on that floor. And I know, wow. So I was just dancing, sitting in my chair though. Okay, you got what I'm saying? They was on the floor and I'm just sitting in my chair. I usually, when I go to clubs, like I always find me a little, I need to work that out, but I love it. It runs in our family too. I always find me a corner to get into. I'm just telling you something. I'm the type of person, when I come in the club, I find a table and back all the way in the corner and you got what I'm saying? This I don't even want to answer this crazy man. Look, he's crazy. I can't make it up. I already know. Look, I can't make it up. No call ID, but I know who it is. That's why I won't answer it. So they got the shooting. I got under the table on the floor. I'm still drinking. So the spirit like, okay, it done calm down. So this other guy that I know from around the way, because I know a lot of people, me and him was conversing before they started shooting, and he was actually working at the club. So he go like, G, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Before they started shooting, I ran into the store and came back. He was like, G, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So we started shooting. He was like, you look good every time I see you. You always happy. He's like, you still look good. He was like, because he remembered when I was young. He was like, we're around the same age. I think he a little younger than me. He was like, G, you look good. He was like, every time I see you, you always looking good and you're just nice. So I walk in the club. Okay, it was an angel too there. Okay, he was an angel too. It's the spirit. Okay. And peace and blessings and protection for him as well. So they're shooting. So it's like, now I don't know where the guy at and the girl at who was sitting at the table with me, because they was on the floor and I was clearly dancing in my chair like I always do. Like I get around, round and round it goes. I get around. Okay, so like I'm on the table. I can't make it up. I'm on the table drinking. Yeah, the stories I can tell y'all. I'm on the table drinking. I'm drinking. So the guy who was speaking to me, they were shooting in the club. I didn't get to see who it was shooting. He ran and jumped because he was working at the club. He ran and jumped. He was like running the club. He's like, everybody get down. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? But I still had my cup because I paid $8 for that cup of liquor. And I don't know what kind of liquor it was. I always say people to surprise me. If they can't make a martini, I'm like, just surprise me. So she did surprise me. And I'm like, I paid $8 for that cup. I ain't throwing this cup down. I gotta finish that much of that cup left. And he was like, after he said everybody get down, they would make me scoot down. And wasn't nobody around me, so I was easy. And I'm like, oh, they gonna rob the place? They gonna come and get me? You know what I'm saying? Like, peace and blessings and protection. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm feeling good because I'm happy either way. And I'm like, they gonna be like the thoughts that go through my head. I'm like, if they see me, they gonna want me. They gonna want to take me out and love on me. You know what I'm saying? I can't make it up. And so he grabs his gun, a Glock, still in the clip. I ain't lying, black. He started running in the dudes whoever was shooting you. He was a G. Okay, this guy is a G. Peace and blessings and protection for him and me. He is a freaking G because he was like, he on the club, I don't think. He's like, everybody get down. Everybody got down because you can hear the gunshots. And he waited. He jumped across that. Oh, goddamn boy. I remind you, he was frying chicken. Shit. He jumped across that bar and jumped back over that bar and had that extended clip. And boom, 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 boom. So the spirit like, stay here. So he was like, everybody get out. After he, oh my jeez. So the spirit said, get up, Gigi, and go out the door. And when I got up, and as I'm crawling up under that table, I cannot make it up. Heels on this. I gotta make sure I ain't getting no scuffs on my heels either. Oh, I cry like a baby. They brand new shoes I only wore one time. I bought them for my birthday, April 3rd. That was the gift I bought for myself. And as I'm coming from under that table, in walks. No, because he already walked in, but let me get dramatics, because you know I'm very and here comes this 6'2" dark chocolate. Easy on the eyes. Can't make it up. That's the guy who was sitting next to me. I can't make it up. And he was like, he retched. You know what retch means. He did retch. And he just was helping me get off that floor. He was like, you come with me. And I was like, so literally, I had to play the dance in distress, which I wasn't, but I'm just saying, because you have to let a man lead when that's what a black man is for the black queen is to protect. And I'm always, I'm the protector, I'm the healer, I'm the teacher, I'm all these things. And that man, now remind you what I wrote. Someone helped me walk in my heat. Remember, at 10 o'clock, I must have wrote that and went to the club at 10:30. Can't make it up. And that man grabbed me. I love a man that takes control. Action. Give me a moment. The thrill. I'm adventurous. And that man grabbed me. And he was like, you come with me. And I was like, hey, I can't make it. And that man was making me. He was pulling me. He wasn't trying to harm me or hurt me or make me fall or anything, because I always I don't like to be touched and I don't like to be snatched. I don't like to be pulled. I don't like that. But I know when he was I know the difference in the gesture of the energy of a person. And that man just, that man, they was shooting outside. I can't make it up. They was shooting outside. That man say, oh, come on, let's go. He was like, I can't make it up now. He was like, Wait, I can't make it up. He was like, "You get behind me," and I was like, "Okay." And that man walked in front of me, protected me. And when I got my, I had, listen, I'm a sophisticated drinker. I gave my keys to this lady that was at the door. So when they were shooting, I looked around and the spirit said, Gigi, grab your keys. And I was going to do it. And I grabbed they were sitting up there laying for me. Peace of blessings and protection for her. Thank you for whoever that lady was that was at the door last night at the club. Thank you for taking great care of my property and making it available when I needed it. So she wasn't even at the door. My keys, I grabbed my keys. And that man was steady walking in front of me. He was like, protect, protect. You got to protect the bag. I'm the people just don't get it. And he was like, I'm gonna ride with you now. Now his brother and his sister-in-law, which were the people me and the girl was talking about, my sister and stuff, and just great memories and stuff. And they were in their truck. And they jumped in the truck. He's like, y'all go. I'm going with her. And I'm more like, where is you going? Because I'm going to my room. You know what I'm saying? And his brother called, and I was like, he was like, so we pulled off everything. He was like, well, where y'all at? And I'm like, you got to get him because I don't, I'm not, I haven't had sex in a while. Okay. So I'm not looking for the one to have sex with. That's like, now that I know, that's a very, important thing to me. So I just, a man coming in my bed, but I ain't trying to like, because I'm protecting my energy and I want someone I'm clean. I want someone else clean. That means for all things, like I want to be clean in the spirit, clean in the mind, clean in the heart, clean. You get what I'm saying? Like because he has to know who he is, because a God is and a God, when we connect and do that, it's like, do your research, you'll know what I'm saying. But anybody spiritual know what I'm saying. They know what I'm talking about. It's biblical too, so study thyself. Um, so so I was like, you got to get him. So he's like, well, where y'all at? So I drove all around for his brother to get him and his sister-in-law. And I'm gonna tell you something. I had so much fun when I made it. I have some Mexicans next door, and they're very nice. Because I just go outside, drink my coffee or whatever, and they speak. And the spirit told me, Gigi, when you make it back to that hotel room, nobody's going to harm you. We're going to be standing there making sure you get in safely. And I promise you, I must have made it back about maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. And that same Mexican was standing out and he was looking. And he was like, he let me get in my room, make sure I was safe in my room. I locked my door and I stripped and I got in that bed with sleep. I slept so good. And I got up this morning and I want to say he was there, but I don't know. But the angels and ancestors are always with me. They're always protecting me. They're always loving on me. They're always showing me and let me know that you're not crazy. Like they call you crazy because you tell the truth and say what we tell you to tell them, but you're like, you're not crazy. Body intelligent and sophisticated. And I just want to tell you, like, people don't even know who's taking care of me. My ancestors are taking care of me. They give the Most High, the Divine, the Great I Am, the universe, like me loving who I am. So that's why the people that did me wrong and tried to harm me, and I've always been this person. I have to. It's like self-defense. I have to protect myself, and they're gonna protect me because I'm a good person. My intentions are pure toward people. Their intentions might not be pure toward me. And I'm gonna tell you something. I was telling this lady this other day. I'm like, when people do me wrong, I be wanting to do wrong, but the universe won't let me do wrong. Like, because that's not for me to do wrong. That's not for me to play get back or or just go out here and hurt people. No, 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 no. I don't do that. But I'm grateful. So once I start finding out the information, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna do it. About the generation of curse. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. And then I asked for karma to come in because justice. And let me tell you something. Justice, karma. I'm gonna tell you something. There was one person that was in that courtroom. Excuse me, and she did some things and said some things. And I'm gonna tell you something. I give people to God. Like they, my ancestors, God, the angels most high, they be like, give them to us. And I'm so forgiving. You know, I'm like, I forgive them, I forgive them. Everybody be like, well, why are you forgiving them? You should do this. I'm like, that ain't me though. And they were like, give them to us. And I give people to God. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real. And it's like, then I be like, oh, but don't hurt them. They was like, no, give them to us. Because we know how to handle them accordingly, the right way, where your hands will remain clean. Peace and blessings and protection. Thank you. And I'm gonna tell you something. They already told me what was gonna happen. And I leave it up to them. Because people have did so much cruel shit to shit crazy and weird. And they just want to keep fighting God, the angels and the answers. I don't have to do nothing. I'm telling you, I don't have to do nothing to no one. I believe in defending myself and speaking truth. To continue to do, whether a person like it or not. That don't matter to me whether you like it or not. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to tell the truth. And it's exposing season. And I'm going to tell you something. People are being exposed. I'm telling you, like, let me tell you something. They are not, it's like when they was in, like, Adam and Eve. People are exposed and don't even know it. Everybody else know that the person, these people are being exposed, but they don't even know it. I can't make it up. It's like, whew. And my brother called me yesterday, and he was like, well, we always say peace, blessings, and protection when we answer the phone, you know. That's how we communicate. Boom, boom, boom. I have my other cousin Snapper. I haven't seen him in years, and he ended up being at the hotel. And I met his wife. He's beautiful. Peace and blessings to him and his family. I met a lot of other people. Beautiful energy. And okay. And man, so he called me. He was like, peace, blessings, and protection. And I'm like, peace, blessings, and protection. He called me when I was doing the video. I was doing one of the readings on the video, and I'm like, I can't talk because I'm, you know, I'm being real. I can't talk because I'm. So as I got to doing the readings, I went on ahead and detoxed my energy and came out, and he was like, "Jubby, jubby, 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 jubby." I was like, "Really?" He was like, "Yep." I was like, "Well, it's karma season. Anybody has trespassed. I'm gonna tell you what trespass means. Getting other people's business, going to their house without asking, etc., if they're not at home. Trespassing. Getting into people's marriages. Now, if you come talk to me and try, and I'll let anybody know with anything. Look, I can't trespass. They be like, what you mean? Well, look, you're asking me. I'm not the one that's gonna tell you the person to get her. I'm not like that. Get her divorced. I'm not gonna do that. All I'm saying is like I can only give you advice, healthy advice. But I ain't about to tell nobody walk away from their wife, their husband. If you notice, and if you ever met me, and you know what I'm saying, I'm being honest with you. Like I'm one of these people. I ain't gonna tell a person to do wrong. I can't make that decision for you. I'm not gonna get in any. I'm not gonna tell a baby mama to leave their baby daddy. I ain't gonna tell you to go do this. I'm not. No, I'm always gonna try my best for you to tell you something to make you enlightened and for you to pay attention. But when you start talking about getting deep and stuff with people, no, I can't. That's trespassing. So anyone has trespassed against me, you know, trespassing, you're trying to take somebody money or you're trying to, I'm being honest with you, that's what trespassing means. People don't even know they're trespassing, but now their karma is on them. You get what I'm saying? And I'm so grateful. I am so thankful. I'm always enjoying missions. And I learned so much. Like I go through stuff to be anointed. Like I go through things to learn things and teach from it. Because I'm not the only person going through this. And it's even biblical in any other book. Like you and a person miles away can be going through the same exact thing. But you know what matters? What that person do. Like what that person do afterwards. And I'm like, I'm not here to fight anyone. Like I tell people all the time, like I'm an Aries and I learned my greatest teacher was my grandmother. I can't make it up. And I'm like, I'm not. Mm-mm. That's why I tell people like Aries are gods and goddesses. We just war different. How a person war is different from when we war. The true art of war is not warring at all. I can't make it up. When you speak the truth, karma comes in. You get what I'm saying? Like the true art of warring is not warring at all. You just, if you give it to God, you just sit back and you get what I'm saying? So I'm so thankful and grateful. I can't make it up. Peace, blessings, and protection. Love, light, joy, and strength. Thank you for joining me. I know, I love sharing things with you guys and everything, because I feel like that people share their story. Either they write a book or they make it, they talk about it in a song or they write poetry or da 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 da. I'm the voice of reason. I'm like on this YouTube and you get what I'm saying? I love what I do. And so this is how I'm sharing my story through YouTube. And I'm gonna tell the truth regardless. Period. Because it's what I'm experiencing. And everything I experience, others are experiencing it too. And it's like it's always a light at the end of that tunnel. So you keep going forward. Don't stop. No matter what a person do to you, how they treat you, or whatever, you keep going forward. You going forward because they're gonna have to answer for a lot. So I'm moving forward. I enjoyed this weekend. I'm still every day is a weekend for me. So peace and blessings and protection. Thank y'all for joining me. Lucky me. If you notice I didn't put part 6, part 5, or whatever. Because it's just new. It's grand rising. So it's a new beginning for me, new chapter. So, thanks for joining me. Peace, blessings, and protection. Um, so y'all can like, share, comment, subscribe. And it's like it doesn't even matter. I'm just gonna tell the truth. Period. You get what I'm saying? Because I know I'm protected. So why not tell the truth? We want to shine some light on the subject. Got what I'm saying? What's done in the dark always come to the light. And I'm gonna tell you how it come to the light. When people open their mouth, speak the truth, and they can't hide in the darkness no more. You get what I'm saying? So thanks for joining me. If you need a free reading, I don't know why I'm saying free reading because everything I do is free. I love it. It's passion. I do tarot readings. I study law. Any questions? Anything you need to know. If you feel like you're lacking, if you want me to share something, or teach from a different angle. If you have anything or whatever, like I just love it. So thanks for joining me. More lucky me coming soon. So peace and blessings and protection. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.